All right, let's talk about something most of us, and I mean most of us, tend to push to the bottom of the to-do list. Life insurance. I totally get it. It makes us think about stuff we'd much rather not. But what if we could just flip the script on it? What if instead of some complicated financial thing, we just see it for what it is? A simple, powerful way to take care of the people we love.
This quote, "This is everything. If you take away just one thing today, let it be this. It's not a car or a house or anything you buy for yourself. It is a promise. It's a promise you make to your family that says, no matter what happens, you're going to be okay."
So what is it really? Well, boiled down, it's just a contract. You pay a little bit each month, that's the premium, and in return, an insurance company promises to pay your family a big tax-free check if you're not around anymore. That money can wipe out a mortgage, pay for college, or maybe most importantly, just buy them some time. Time to breathe, time to grieve without the panic of, how are we going to pay the bills next month? Okay, this is the part where a lot of people's eyes glaze over. The jargon, the options, it feels overwhelming. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It's way, way simpler than they make it sound. When you strip it all away, there are really just two main choices.
Yep, this is the big fork in the road. Term or whole life. It sounds like a huge, complicated decision, but honestly, for the vast majority of families out there, the answer is actually pretty clear-cut.
Let's break this down with a really simple analogy. Think of term life like renting protection. It's super affordable, and you get a massive amount of coverage for a set period of time, say for the 20 or 30 years while your kids are growing up and you're paying off the house. Whole life is more like owning that protection forever. It's great, but it costs a whole lot more. The key thing to know is that for the same monthly payment, you can get way, way more protection with term life, right when your family needs that safety net the most. So here's the bottom line. For most of us, term life is absolutely the right tool for the job. You get the biggest bang for your buck during those critical years when your financial responsibilities are at their peak. It's simple, it's affordable, and it does exactly what you need it to do. Okay, I need you to lean in for this next part. I want to share a friendly warning about what financial advisor James Sabb says is the #1 most common mistake he sees. It's a trap that is so easy to fall into, and it can leave your family completely exposed. This is it. This is the single biggest misunderstanding that trips people up. It creates this false sense of security that honestly can be really, really dangerous. The mistake is thinking that the life insurance you get through work is enough. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic perk, but you have to think of it as a little bonus, like free coffee in the break room. It is not your family's actual protection plan. And here's why it's so risky. That coverage isn't really yours. It belongs to your job. The moment you leave, whether you find a better opportunity, get laid off, or decide to retire, poof, that protection is gone. It was tied to your employee ID, not to you. This is why having your own individual policy is so much safer. First, the policy from work is almost never enough coverage. Usually it's just 1 or 2 times your salary. Most families need more like 10 times. But more importantly, an individual policy is yours. You own it. You control it. It follows you wherever you go, no matter what happens with your job. That's real security. Now, I know exactly what some of you might be thinking right now, especially if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. You're thinking, it's too late for me. I've missed the boat on this being affordable. It's a really common feeling, so let's tackle it head on. If that little voice is in your head, please know you are not alone. It is the #1 reason people in this age group keep putting this off. But let's just look at the simple math for a second. Check this out. A healthy 30-year-old might get a $500,000 policy for about $25 a month. By 45, that same policy could easily be 3 times that. But you know what? This isn't about looking back with regret. It's about looking at today with clarity. The price you can get right now, at your current age and your current health, is the absolute lowest price you will ever be offered again. Period. It's as simple as that. Every single day you wait, it gets a little more expensive. Locking in a rate today is like a gift to your future self. You know, they say the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Well, the second best time is today. It's the exact same idea here. So we've covered the why, we've covered the what. Now for the most important part, what do you actually do? And I promise you, this is not nearly as big of a deal as you might think. Let's just come back to this quote, because this is what it's all about. This isn't about charts and premiums. It's about people. It's about giving the people you love the space to just grieve, without having to make crushing financial choices at the absolute worst moment of their lives. So here's your homework, and please hear me when I say how simple this is. Your goal this week is not to buy a life insurance policy. Your only goal is to start the conversation. That's it. Maybe that's talking to your partner tonight, or maybe it's just taking 5 minutes to get a quick quote online. That's the first step. So I'll just leave you with this one question. This isn't about a financial transaction. It's about a promise. It's one of the deepest, quietest acts of love there is. So what is the one small promise you can make to your family's future this week? Thanks for spending this time with me.